Got my glasses, and we began. I'm just gonna draw and listen to my YouTube videos. I've got your boy Zach on right now. His new video making fun of Justice League queer and that whole thing. Look at this. Look what people sent me. I got these coasters. Chokeslammy Unicorn coaster. This is the Cyberfrog cover. This has Moose colors on it, Moose Bauman colors. Little Jay Lee coaster. I don't have this many drinks, honestly. Here we go. Oh, look at this high over Rainbow the Brute piece as a coaster. And Cyberfrog and Salamander. These are really nice. Thank you. They're metal. And I was sent a bunch of things like metal craft. I think in the as an inquiry, like, do you want to sell this stuff or offer this stuff in your campaign? Hey, I might. I appreciate it. Thank you for sending it my way. At least to have the samples are very useful. I will actually use them. I mean, I'm like, one thing that I really like more than anything is when people, because I checked my mailbox. I got all my awesome PO box stuff 2 days ago, and I'm starting to open it. Everyone is so nice. I really like getting Cyberfrog stuff, especially if it's like fan art or something like that. It's just great. So thank you. Anyway, welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I am Ethan Van Sciver, and this is one of the boring things that I do when I'm swamped with work, and I just, my mind is just not on any of the drama or anything that anyone else is talking about. I spent a little bit of time while I was working today trolling the Snyder Bronies, but that's not enough to make a video about. I told them that Restore the Snyderverse was not going to happen because I personally wasn't going to let it happen. And they got very angry and said, well, we made the Snyder Justice League movie happen. You said it wouldn't. I don't really remember saying that it wouldn't, but I might have said that like a year ago. But in any case, yeah, there's this whole thing, like there's a very nice rebellion going on that I'm actually I'm fond of. I mean, these people don't understand what Comicsgate is. Because they think that like I'm part of the establishment, I'm connected to Jeff Johns or something like that, and nothing could be further from the truth. I'm not connected to Jeff at all. I just know that he's not a racist, and I connect myself automatically to people who I'm watching get canceled for no reason. It's like Jeff's getting canceled and called a racist. It's ridiculous. So even though I haven't talked to Jeff since 2017, and I'm sure he, isn't thrilled with Comicsgate or anything like that, or at least he probably wasn't. I don't know how he feels now. I'm on his side automatically because I see Twitter bullies coming after him, and I can't take it. Like that really, really, truly annoys me. So automatically I have to be on his side. All right, let me turn off the volume here so I can actually see you guys as I click on this, and there you all are. Hi. Let's see. Yes, hello everyone. Hello. So anyway, I'm drawing Cyberfrog fighting Spite. I figured I could show this because it's not spoiler. It's like it doesn't matter. Cyberfrog's he's gonna fight Spite. So here he is grabbing him by the tail. And up here, I've just got him zooming by. Spite is going to be zooming by here with his claws out. Perhaps he nicks Cyberfrog a little bit here with his claws. But Cyberfrog is just dodging. I just want this like Spider-Man style action sequence. Just a quick one. It's it's not that important. The Spite versus Cyberfrog fight in Wreck Planet. But one of the things that people said to me was it was too much exposition in Cyberfrog Blood Honey, perhaps, and not enough action. And I'm keenly sensitive to that situation for Cyberfrog Wreck Planet. there needed to be. Oh, Lord Jeremy's Waffles, thanks for joining. There needed to be exposition for Cyberfrog One. The way this is all going to work is that really, I'm doing a gigantic comic book and giving it to you piece by piece. So it's not like Wreck Planet is really going to be a complete story. It's just a part of. It's the next part of the story. So the Blood Honey was part one, and all the exposition, Act One, leading into Act Two, happened in Blood Honey. So Cyberfrog is a complicated character to draw, but really he's just a tiny little upper body here and long ass legs. And if you can get the sense of a snapping rubber band, then you're gonna get Cyberfrog. Let's see. Quiet Man says, "Hey Uncle E, back to Salamandroid and Cyberfrog PVC figures. Pretty excited to get them. Was wondering if you'll do a Rainbow the Brute PVC figure. I mean, it's a possibility. Toys are very, very expensive, and the reason why I do Cyberfrog toys is because Cyberfrog has continuity. I'm gonna keep doing Cyberfrog. Rainbow the Brute, I'm not sure about. Like I can picture the other day, I pictured doing a Rainbow the Brute sequel after this one. That came into my head, but I would have to change things. But I just started to realize that it's like he is his own character. His name is Rainbow. It's like that has nothing to do with the original source material. It was just sort of inspired by, and hell with it. Everything is inspired by something, even Star Wars. I took yesterday. I went to my grandmom's house with all my little cousins, all my and their kids, and I brought over a crate of Cyberfrogs, and I brought over 2 Salamandroids, like the toys, and the kids, and many of these children. I mean, they see me once a year. I don't really do too many like extended family events. The kids loved the Cyberfrog and Salamandroid toys. Absolutely loved them. And that was exciting to me, I gotta say. I mean, really, really cool to see them just go, whoa, look at the lizard, look at the salamander. Absolutely loving the toys. And that just, to me, just kind of made me realize it's like, oh wait, his fins are going this way. Made me realize that, yeah, it's important that the toys exist. It's just a way for the kids to connect to the comics. I didn't bring any Cyberfrog comics there, and I probably should have, because then it's like, hey, you've got these toys, you like the toys. Here's the comic book. Read the horrible, gory, nightmarish. Maybe I was better off not letting the kids see the Cyberfrog comic. But anyway, they loved the toys, so that was really cool to see. And it's not like they give a darn about me. You might say, yeah, but they're your family. No, these are the children, very young children of my cousins, and they don't really know me that well. So no, they just really like the toys, which was cool. The kids were furries, says Corey Landis. No, they. I don't think so. I don't think one of them came up to me dressed like a red Power Ranger. He said, "I'm the red Power Ranger." I said, "Yeah, you are. Is that a good thing?" Like, I'm glad he didn't come up to me like I'm the white Power Ranger, right, Uncle E? And give me a wink, like I'm the white Power Ranger. I would have been like, oh shit, you've been listening to the wrong people, my lad. Today, the hoodie showed up at our home. They're officially here. They're in the garage. We didn't take them to the warehouse. I had them delivered here at home so that we could ship them out. They are absolutely beautiful. They're way better than my expectations. And the great thing about them is, I'm not happy with this arm. The great thing about them is that they're pre-wrapped. They came wrapped in plastic already. Like everyone is individually wrapped in plastic. Guess I want this arm backwards, so I'm gonna move these fins. So basically, Andrea was like, "Oh man, all we have to do is just fold them in half and put them in our the bags that we bought. The all caps comics mailers. Perfect, absolutely perfect." I said, we got to hurry up and get those out of here. Let's get moving. Trading cards got delayed. I don't know if you saw my Twitter, but it was pretty annoying. Did I tell you guys that? I can't remember. Trading cards, we put in envelopes and everything, all 10 of them, actually 11 with the bonus. Like, kind of, post office wouldn't take them. They said they make the envelope thicker than a quarter inch. So we had to unpack them all, repack them all in bubble mailers, and now weigh them as though they're parcels. That's the last time we're doing that. I thought, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll do the same thing for the Patreon cards. I'm not going to do that for the Patreon cards for that very reason. We're going to send out the Patreon cards one at a time as per originally planned. What a nightmare. We have to weigh each and every little package we got 900 packages that we're sending out. It's like it's as big a deal as like a fulfillment. So lesson learned. I mean, I didn't know. I thought you could just put all those into an envelope and all would be well. But no, I mean, the post office is very mysterious, and they're just like, no, if you put something in an envelope with a stamp, it has to actually process through this machine, and it can only be a quarter of an inch thick. So, we spent all day fixing that problem. Stupid. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Adventures of Piper says, hey, Ethan, fix your audio. It sucks. Are you being serious? I'm just talking into the air. I could put my headphones on if it would make it better. All right. Look, I'll fix it. Yeah, hold on a second. I kind of like talking into the air and just talking into my iPhone like I'm doing now, but no problem. But it's cracking a bit. All right. Yeah, we don't want that. Let me see. It's all tied in a knot. I'm going to leave the knot in there. Some people are saying it sounds fine. I don't believe you. I don't think I would be lied to. How's that? Is that better now? I mean, Shinto Ketchup says, stop breathing heavy. I don't think I'm breathing heavy at all. Yeah. But I did work today, I'll tell you that. Andrew was like, you brought all those boxes in. Just me and Hunter's friend Mikey. We brought all the boxes in from the side of the road. They dropped off like 4, what are they called? Not pallets, skiffs. But anyway, they dropped off 4 pallets full of these hoodies, and we just dragged them up the driveway and loaded them in the garage. It's work. The whole time I was lifting these, I was like, I'm supposed to be drawing in the basement. Like, my job is supposed to be cushy. I'm supposed to be like complete and total pussy, just drawing frogs. And like, if there's any heavy lifting to do, it has to be done by other people. No, that's not the way it works when you have your own business. You've got to actually do manual labor, and part of me wants to complain. The other part of me actually likes it quite a bit. Feels good to get out there and just do something other than sit here and draw. It was a good day of exercise. It was a good workout. I mean, even Mikey said it was a workout. I was like, damn, that was a workout. Yeah. Yeah. I think Star Wars Girls in the chat. Anna, I watched the video that we did today, that you posted today, and we did like a few days ago. That's got to be my favorite live stream that I've ever done. I laughed so hard through that. In the live stream, Anna is trying to get through. Basically, after the Railos did that regarding Ripley, like attempt to cancel all of us and get us deplatformed, there was some really strange sort of reaction. Like a lot of the Railos got together and decided that they would play victim, even though they were the ones victimizing us. and a select group of them actually decided that they wanted to deplatform Anna, and they made this like live stream, 6 Raylos. And the thing about it is that, say what you want about like Comicsgate and the Fandom Menace. We know how to talk, we know how to do broadcasting, we know how to assert ourselves and explain our point of view, and at least do it in an entertaining way. Like, even if we're not always right, we're very entertaining. These 6 people were imbeciles, absolute imbeciles, who were entirely unself-aware that everything that they were saying about what they wanted and the way they wanted fandom to be meant that they weren't allowed to be fans. It's like, we think that everybody should be able, we just think that everybody should be able to be a fan without being harassed, and that people should be safe in their fandom. And it's like, you 6 knuckleheads are trying to destroy Anna's Star Wars platform. You realize that? Like, you guys celebrated Gina Carano's deplatforming. It's even worse than her firing. It's like people should have different points of views, and we don't all agree, but we should all just be able to be fans and like Star Wars together. So it was really goofy and very funny, and we all it was like me, Anna, and Drunk 3PO. We just EFAP'd it, and I watched it most of the day. Like, it's a good long video, but when you have subject matter like 6 clueless Raylos mumbling into a live stream and us just teeing off on them, it's guaranteed a good time. Best live stream I think I've ever been a part of. So Anna had it, privated for a little while. She put it back up, and I'm glad that she did. Very funny. What is going on here? Got a lot of weirdness in the chat. How many Raylos does it take to screw in a light bulb? I think like all of them. Takes all of them to do it. Yeah, kick spammers, I guess. I don't know. Weirdos. Zico Bazizi says, "Hey Ethan, I have a question. Are you planning on doing fan art reviews in the future?" Not really. I mean, no. There's nothing. Look, there's nothing in that for me. There's no upside. I can't. Helping. No, it's like I'm gonna get beat up for that either way. It's not particularly any fun for me, and then people will get upset. When I first said that I was going to be doing something called Brutally Honest Portfolio Reviews, people got mad at me about that. They said, "You just want to be mean to people." Holy cow! You can't win. You just can't win. I mean, I can win. I win all the time, but you can't. I'm in a unique situation where I am treated as though everything that I say and do is interpreted with the worst possible interpretation. Like, everything that I say and do, it's like, no, like, people will impute the worst possible motives or meaning to everything I say and do. And that's what happens when you're outwardly successful. People get angry and want to tear you down. I don't. I want people to succeed, except for my enemies. I want them to fail. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm no different than them. But yeah, I just say things like, "Oh yeah, like I on Anna's live stream, they were talking about how women are equal to men, and I took a moment to say, no, they're not. Like, men are so much better than women at almost everything. And it's not even close. Like, it's not even a close call. Like, it's way, like, men are so much better than women, at everything except for having babies. That one thing. Like, we're not as good at that, but we're more athletic, we're more industrious, we're smarter, we're funnier. I don't know. Stronger, more inventive. So it's true, and I say things like that, and then people just take it like and think like, oh my gosh, like this guy is a misogynist, and I'm like, what? Where did you get that from? Where did you get a misogynist? Where did you get that? Like that's a little bit of a stretch. Wow. What a stupid stretch. And what it does is just confirm my bias because it's like a woman who's saying that. And I'm like, wow, that just proves that women are stupid. So, like, it's an endless cycle, and I don't expect to be understood in my lifetime. Like, I've come to terms with the fact that I will not be appreciated or understood in my lifetime. It's going to be later. Some people do all their best work and they suffer, like I suffer, oh my God. Oh, yeah, it's just awful. Spent the day outside in the sunshine suffering, drank a couple beers. Andrea cooked up those big steaks. Yeah, we got like three enormous tomahawk steaks and she grilled them, cut them for me. And, she's like, do you want the bones in the fridge? I was like, yeah, because I will eat the bones on a live stream. So, what I'm saying is that, some of the greatest artists suffer during their lifetimes, but it isn't until after they die that they're truly appreciated, for what they said and did. That's what I expect is going to happen to me. Like people are going to be like, he's right. Like, you know, uh, only 5% of women, in fact, less, do like Star Wars, and it is stupid for Disney to try to make Star Wars more appealing to women by filling it with lesbians. He was right, but it'll be too late for me to enjoy that, because I'll be dead, of course. So anyway, you guys, if you guys are still around, I want you to, just enjoy that, like have a drink for me when I'm finally appreciated, after I'm gone. It's tough, man. It's a tough row to hoe with these hoes. I'm just trying to straighten them out. A lot of them need a father figure, and I'm here for that. It's like to some degree. I'm here to be a father figure. People say, "Oh, you look old. Like you're the." SJW started calling me evil Santa Claus today. I really thought that was flattering. It's like evil Santa Claus. Uh, well, I'm not giving them shit, so maybe that's true. But mostly what it is that they're looking for a father figure, and I'm here to do that. Like I'm here to be disappointed in them. I'm here to be ashamed of them, like their real father. And for you guys, I'm here to tell you how great you are, tell you to, like when it comes to Comicsgate and the Fandom Menace, like count on me to be here to tell you guys that you did a good job, and to take you out for ice cream, whatever, just think of me as a big little league coach. I'm here to help out and encourage you. But for SJWs and all these Raylos and weird, I'm here to be profoundly disappointed and ashamed of them. To tell them that they aren't special, and to tell them to keep it to themselves. That's mostly what I'm here to do. I'm here to say, you know what, keep it to yourself. You know. So I think people do see me as a father figure, and like I said, I'm here to accept that role. At first, I was resistant to it. I thought it was weird and kind of gay. But now, like, I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe I can do some good, in that role. Look how Hunter turned out. He turned out all right. Uh, sure, I can pass that along. I can raise some of these bitches. Yeah, I'm gonna get a hat. I want a baseball cap that says "Daddy" on it. I'll wear it whenever SJWs are. Anyway, they're mad at me about the uh Zack Snyder thing, and what am I going to do? Like, first of all, I'm in a very complicated situation when it comes to Zack Snyder. He did, of course. I don't know if you guys heard, but he did thank me. I did receive special thanks credit uh, in the Justice League movie. I don't know if you know that yet. I want to let you know. I'm letting them know. I'm letting the Snyder bronies know. I was special thanked. In other words, and by the way, he's welcome. But in other words, I was inspirational. He saw what I was doing as an inspiration to what he was doing. And yeah, it wasn't just the new film; it was the first film too. Joss Whedon also was inspired by me. I think Joss Whedon might have been inspired by me also in abusing those bitches. I think no, I don't do not like the way he did, but uh, anyway, yeah, f Joss Whedon. But anyway, they're mad. So I'm in a complicated position. Like, not only was I specially thanked in the Justice League movie, but also these weirds. I don't understand like the Zack Snyder fandom. I truly don't get it. But I screwed up. But this is what I do when I make a mistake, by the way. But they don't realize, like, look, I'm on your side. Like, I want you to have what you want. Like, you are, you know, you're a fan. You're sitting there telling these big corporations to, behave the way that you want them to. And it seems like you may have had a victory, even though I don't really think that you did. I think probably Warner Brothers went, we need content. We've already got this thing. Let's, if the Joss Whedon Justice League cut wasn't such a catastrophic flop, like if it didn't lose $100 million and nearly bankrupt Warner Brothers and cause the firing of so many executives, I mean, do you think for one single moment that the Zack Snyder cut would ever come to be? No, of course not. They just went, look, it sucks because we don't like his movies, we don't like him, but we can make a little money back on our initial investment if we release a cut of the movie where we just let this guy do whatever he wants. We'll give him a few dozen $1 million to finish the footage that he shot. We'll let him put it all in slow-mo so that the movie lasts 4 hours. The entire movie's in slow motion with shitty, awful gospel music, completely inappropriate. Let him do whatever he wants, and then we'll put it on HBO Max, because HBO Max is the entire reason that AT&T purchased Time Warner Brothers. So, let's just swallow our pride and do it. Now, you give these people an inch, and they're going to take a mile. You let them. You go, oh yeah, like it was because of you. Like, these people think that it was because of them. They demanded it, and that's why. That is why Warner Brothers went ahead and spent another $72 million. I don't think that's the way it works. I don't think a small cult of internet devotees can actually get Warner Brothers to spend $72 million. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's what happened. So anyway, I'm happy like that. They got their way. But on the other hand, they're a-holes. Like this is a movie that I was specially thanked in. Like I have some responsibility for their a-holeness. Like I was thanked. I was inspired. I inspired the movie, and then kind of by some sort of transitive property, I must have inspired their terrible behavior too. So I disavow. I disavow their awful behavior, and so I told them that there would be, their whole thing now is, hey, well, we got an inch, let's take a mile. We want Zack Snyder rehired to do a million more awful DCEU movies. Meanwhile, Ant Sarnoff is saying, yeah, we know. He said he had a trilogy. He got his trilogy. He got Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, and then Justice League. And we're trying to move on past all of that. So Ann Sarnoff has been very clear, about how she feels about Zack Snyder's future at Warner Brothers. Now, they're not listening to Ann Sarnoff, so I actually had to put my foot down and say no. I will no longer be lending inspiration to any Zack Snyder projects. That's what I wanted to say. I will no longer be lending any inspiration to Zack Snyder projects. Thank you. Indiana Jeremy says, you inspired their behavior. Shame on you, Ethan. That's how I feel right now. So, because of that, we shouldn't have any more Zack Snyder movies without my participation. So I told them no. It's the least I could do. I gotta end. If there's a way for me to end internet harassment campaigns, I gotta do what I gotta do. So that's what I did. Are they happy about it? What do you think? What do you think? Do you think they're happy about it? Like, me telling them that I'm not gonna inspire any more Zack Snyder movies? No. Spoiler alert. No, they are not happy about it. But I am. I'm feeling pretty smug, and that's ultimately what's important. I feel like pretty self-satisfied. Yeah. Release the EVS inspiration cut. Well, there is one. I mean, we did release the Van Sciver cut of Justice League. It basically just consists of special thanks and then my credit, and that's it. Much shorter. I mean, we could extend the length of it by running it in slow-mo, but I don't want to try people's patience too much. Anyway, you should really go look at Anna's live stream instead of watching this gibberish. Anna's live stream is actually entertaining. Unlike this shit. Excuse my language, kids. Yeah, kids really like the Salamandroid toy. They really, really liked it. And, I only brought 2. The kid who said he was the Red Power Ranger, he got one of them. I don't know where the other one went. But, he was whipping his sister with the tail. I really actually thought about that. I was like, this could be used as a weapon, to subjugate your siblings. I actually thought about that when I was designing the toy. So, that is indeed what it was automatically put to use doing. Why are there 828 people watching this? Hi, Cecil. How are you? Yeah, Cecil's here. Dear Ethan, in your opinion, what do you think are the reasons behind the success of manga over comic books? I don't know. I think girls like it. I think that's what it is, honestly. Manga actually appeals to everyone easily. That's something that superhero comic books can't really do. For some reason. If you're wondering why I sound so intelligent, it's because of this. Those of you who are like, hey, Ethan sounds really particularly verbose, educated, erudite. Well, that's because I'm drinking smart water. Earlier I had smart food, popcorn, cheese flavored popcorn. Smart. I like flattering myself with the products that I buy. Makes me feel better. I had low self-esteem, went to the supermarket. I said, I can fix that. Smart water. Yeah. OC Steve, thanks for $5. Cannot wait for Zack Snyder fans to be disappointed when DC hits the reset button with Flashpoint film. Released the beanies on the eBay store, he says. Yeah, we will. We're very close. Now we're very close because we have the, because we have the hoodies. We're very close now. We just have to make sure that everyone is satisfied, that everyone is served. It's so important, you know. I got a sculptor working on the Lily PVC, making a PVC of Lily, so that we'll have Heather and Lily maybe together. I don't know though. We'll see how people respond to these toys. Maybe I won't do any more toys. Keeps It Real Comics says Snyder fans are super weirdos for sure. I think they're here. The problem is, I told one of them this. I said, you know what? Like, you guys don't realize your comics gate, and I appreciate the enthusiasm, but like, you're firing inside the tent, you a-holes. You think that we're for corporate domination and making terrible decisions over superhero properties? Your comics gate, dummies. What? Yeah. Why are you bothering me? Like, if you bother me with this, I will troll you. It's easy to troll people who are super passionate about something stupid. But, ultimately, you are, we're just as dumb as you are. We really like this stuff. It's important to us. So, stop it. I would say stop. That's my fatherly advice. JDC says, your boy Zach is Comicsgate's Governor Cuomo, gets a pass dismissing backers' requests for new ship dates on 2 6-month late campaigns and launches 2 new campaigns, YouTube and comics media coverage. Crickets. I've heard you say this before, JDC. Yeah, crickets. Comics media coverage, YouTube, and people just didn't care, I guess. What is Governor Cuomo? What does that mean? And Zach is sitting there saying basically what I am. Here's the thing that you guys need to understand. Like, I don't. If you said, when is Warts and All shipping, I couldn't tell you. I don't have a shipping date. I don't know. All I can really tell you is I can give you updates about where everything is. Like, when is Wreck Planet shipping? I don't know. I can tell you how many pages I have done and where everything else is. And that's all I can do. Like, once things are out of your hands and at the printers, you don't really know. You don't know when it's going to be finished. It always takes too long. You can't anticipate delays. All of these things. So I would never ask for a ship date or an updated ship date, not even an estimate. I would just say, where are things? Like, how are things going? Like, where are the books right now? And that's what I would ask him. And that would be a much easier question for him to answer rather than to basically essentially take a guess, and be wrong. We got Starblades at the printer. People are like, when is Starblade shipping? I don't know. I think May, maybe June. I can't really tell you. Soon. But what I can tell you is where it is along in the process. People ask, like, when are the beanies going on eBay? I don't know. I don't have an exact date. What I can tell you is, we're this far along with shipping the beanies to to backers to make sure that it's fulfilled. And the minute that it is, then we'll put them on eBay. And I think it's important, don't get me wrong, JDC, to update customers, but don't ask for things that are going to make him be wrong. I mean, don't ask for things that way. He doesn't know. I'm telling you, I've been doing this now for 3 years. You don't know. You send it away at the printer, and I have no idea when it's going to be in my hands. Warts and All is going to be here this week, I think. That's what they tell me. They tell me that it's on a 20-foot truck, and I'm going to get a phone call, and they're going to say, we're ready to ship. We're ready to deliver your Warts and All books. And I don't know when that's going to be. I just don't. I think it's this week, but I could be wrong. So what I'm basically saying is, he's not Governor Cuomo. He's just he's doing his best, and ask him different questions. If you want better answers, I guess. Emperor J. Bombafan says, you missed my super chat. Daddy, give me attention. Oh, I'll go back and look at super chats in a little bit. EVS's great question to society. Where is the book? Yeah, where is the book? it's important to keep people updated. Again, that's I do agree, but yeah, it's like, when give us a concrete date. You can't. It's not within your control. And the thing is, like, we're guys who have small print runs. We're doing we're not doing big Marvel size print runs. I'm drawing. Uh we're doing small ones. So printers don't really like us, and it's like we take last priority. We have to jockey and fight for like when will you print us? They can't. They're printing this you know overprinted bullshit from Marvel or DC. It's interesting. I do like it. I really like being a comic book publisher, but it's a challenge. Our thing is just customer service, customer service. Whatever we can do. I think that's the way to win the day. Because ultimately, what would we like? Well, we would like to have print runs that are so enormous. Should his hand be open? He's like whipping around. Yeah, it should. It should. He's aerodynamic right now. Uh, yeah, that's better. Look, so we got one. We got one shoulder up here. This is his forward arm bent right down here. There'll be, or should it be bent down here like that? And then this arm bent like that. And then he's twisted at the waist. Here's his belt. Here's his one leg going like that. And then he's got his other leg this way. And we'll just put his foot like right here. The best thing about Cyberfrog is drawing, like when he's in action, is drawing his feet, his legs and his feet, his toes and everything. It's like, that's where the motion is. That's where uh, that's where he becomes a frog. You know. All right, I'll shut up. Super chat from Brad Frederick. Are all the variant Starblades covers going to be have foil stamping? The all caps comics logo needs foil and embossing. I think just four of them are. He's done these six. He's done these six element covers or something like that. And they don't have logos on them. They don't have Starblades on them. He just wants them to be kind of bare, just the art. So there is no foil stamping on those covers, and they go together. So it would look stupid if they did have logos. He's kind of right. You put them all together and get one big image. So he said no to the. So those ones do not. I think just the main. And by the way, those ones didn't particularly sell that way and that well anyway. I think like 200 copies of each. So those covers are going to be rare. But the normie covers, they do have foil stamping, and hopefully you like it. We asked you guys, we kind of said, what do you want? And nobody wanted the entire image to be foil. People said no, that would be bad for Kyle's beautiful art. Hey Fragaboom, he says, I'm so relaxed by your tone. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I was watching um, a Young Rip Twitch stream, and he was doing me the same favor. Like he was sitting there bagging and boarding comics, listening to some like chill out music, and just occasionally talking like this. And I was like, I just listen to this. It's stress free and just draw. So I thought I'd provide that service myself. Um, Cyberfrog's arm here, three bands. This has changed from the old '90s version, and these are kind of squared off too. Um, See how they go like this. They're not, it used to be, his arms used to be like Colossus's arms. They'd have veins in them and everything, and the musculature was intact, but it just looked so 1990s. So I decided to like streamline it. So he's actually got long, kind of banded sleeves instead. And then right here, this is where his lights are. They're turned off right now, but this is where his lights are that show that he is online, and you can see Usually I can fit 4 of them in here. Can't wait till I'm sitting here in control of my own story, and I'm impatient for it to go where it's gonna go. It's like I can't wait until this happens. Well, you could speed it up, couldn't you, dummy? No, I can't. Can't really speed it up. Cyberfrog takes a long time to draw. That is the thing. Uh, it's advantageous to streamline and simplify your character, but I don't want to do that. Cyberfrog has always been had a complicated costume, and I think it looks good. He's like, I still think he is, and I've designed a bunch of characters, in my career. I think Cyberfrog is the best one. Cyberfrog is the best design that I've ever done, and I really truly love him. Comfortable. I was talking to another big comic book pro, and it's like, like, don't you just want to draw your own stuff? Like, aren't you tired of drawing other people's nonsense? Don't you want to just settle in and draw these characters that you created that you love? Your life is limited, like, life is short. Matt Six Bear says, I bought a French curve after seeing you use one. Oh, nice, Matt. That's great. Yeah, French curves are good. I used to use them a lot more. And I used to use them when I was drawing Cyberfrog in the 90s. And you could see like some of these kind of artificial. You got to be careful when you use it, right? You cannot really make anything look organic with a French curve. I mean, now that I've said that, Dan Fraga will show that he actually can. But most people can't. They're for hard edges, for drawing vehicles, things like that. Lombardi says, I am so impatient with my comic story too. Passion. Yeah, you just want to have it like finished, But, I don't want to have it finished. I want to have it done correctly, I want it to represent. This is the thing, like, it's not about making a lot of money. I mean, it is. I want to make a lot of money, but it truly is about the privilege, the white privilege. No, no, no. Other people can do it too. You don't have to be white. The privilege of being able to draw the comic book of your dreams. Okay, so that's why crowdfunding is wonderful. Other people are investing in you so that you can go ahead and just do something that's meaningful. Rather than rushing to get something finished. It's finished. It's on time. It's out there. Yeah, that's nice. But it's what I'm making now is going to exist forever. Like it's meant to just exist forever. So that's the kind of thing that you want to just take your time on, and crowdfunding allows you to do that. So you've got investors who are pre-ordering the comic book in a sense, but giving you the money through donations to be able to say, all right, I finally, like, these people believe in me. I get to make the comic book of my dreams. Don't blow that opportunity. I do see some crowdfunded books, and I don't want to name names, but I do see some books that look like they were just shit out. And it's like, why? Like, why? Why do that? Why spoil this opportunity? This opportunity to make something meaningful. Like, just don't do it. Like, if you don't want to, if it isn't a passion project, don't get involved in crowdfunding. And I know there's so many people who are in Comicsgate and who are crowdfunding it. It's like, that this is everything to them too. They have a dream. They have an idea. I'm not talking about. No, not RT, but definitely not RT Bear. No, no, no. But again, you've got an opportunity to make a movie with a comic book, so don't take it lightly, and really do make it good. Make it good. I think if you make it good, you're gonna have many more opportunities. Here again, let me just while I'm taking a drink, the finished drawing of Cyberfrog pulling on Spite's tail. David L says, "Can you have Auntie Andrea put just the all caps and Rainbow Brute stickers on eBay? I have everything but those. Thanks for getting me back into Comics CVS." Hey, thanks David L for $5. Um, David, David, send me a little private message. All right. I don't know if we want to put stickers on eBay, and the reason for that is that it would just it's one more like small item that we would have to mass fulfill, and we need to fulfill bigger items right now. We've got we've got to get the YouTube cards out, the Patreon cards. We've got to get the hoodies and the beanies out. The all caps ball caps. How do you like that? All caps ball caps. They're coming in probably in a couple of weeks. We got to get those out, and then warts and all of those comic books. So at the same time, we also have to run our eBay store. I don't know if we want to just sell stickers. A lot of small packages that involve putting cardboard in there. I'm not sure that that's what we want to do, but send me a message. We love you. Tracer Bullet for $5 says, "Hey Ethan, got your shirt today. Fits great, looks good, decent quality, came in a timely manner. Still not worth $35, but I appreciate the effort." We charged you $35 for a shirt? We did? Huh. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever charged $35 for a shirt. They're usually $25. But I'm glad that you got a shirt from us. Hmm. Yeah, 35 seems high to me too. I don't think we should be charging $35 for anything. But we don't really have t-shirts for sale right now except on Crypto Fashion, and I think that they are $25 or $20. Crypto Fashion, not Cyberfrog shirts. Like I think they have an All Caps Comics t-shirt there. They've got a Fandom Menace shirt. Maybe with shipping. Yeah, maybe that's it. David L. Yeah, DM on Twitter. Perfect. Yeah. I think they are. I gotta say, the shirts that first of all, the hoodies that we have made for you are worth whatever you paid for them. They are absolutely beautiful, the highest quality, and they're built to last. The Crypto Fashion T-shirts. I own a lot of T-shirts. I get T-shirts. The worst thing ever is when you order a T-shirt and it's like a Hanes beefy tee. I mean, you might as well just be wearing burlap. Like they're awful. You wash them once and they're just shit. The T-shirts that Crypto Fashion is printing on and the Cyberfrog T-shirts are Calvin Klein quality. They are high quality, soft T-shirts that are built to last. And I've still got my Go Get Daddy's Belt T-shirt from 3 years ago. It's still great shape. Even worn down a little bit, it still looks good. It still feels good. So I would say, if it was $35, it actually is worth $35. But opinions would vary, I guess. EVS doesn't wash his shirts to extend their lives. No, I do. Ask Andrea. She will tell you about my laundry situation. I change my clothes 3 times a day. It drives her nuts. I'm like, I'm not comfortable wearing this anymore. I'm gonna put on a different T-shirt. If I go outside, I feel like I don't know, I feel sweaty, so I change shirts. Hog sweat, yeah. Hog sweat. Oh God, I actually am that fat. When I went to my grandmom's house, my cousin said, "You look healthy." You know what? Like, people don't say that to actually healthy people. Healthy means fat. In that context, healthy means fat. It means obese. You know, you would say that like, oh yeah, like if you saw a fat girl, you'd be like, yeah, she's a healthy girl. That's what that means. And I knew what he meant. You know, yeah, yeah, real healthy. How is it healthy? Like that's not a good message to impart to me. I don't believe in healthy in any size. Hmm. Oh, I don't know. My cousin said I was healthy. I know better than that, guys. A healthy appetite. That's right, Slick Rick. That is correct. They had an Easter egg hunt. Kids, you know. I picked up an Easter egg and I put a $5 bill in it. I felt awesome. And I put it back down where it was. And it turned out everybody put $5 bills in the eggs. I thought I was like very generous. No. There were like 18 eggs with $5 bills in them. Next time it'll be a 20. I will outdo everyone. I'll bet you ate the chocolate. No, there was plenty of chocolate. My grandmother is a chocolatier. She had a shop called Gloria's Confections Connections. And when she was younger, you know. And she made chocolates for everyone. She's still a great cook. For Easter dinner, she started working 3 days in advance. Simmering lamb in a crock pot. Fantastic. And here's one of the annoying parts of drawing Cyberfrog is all the banding that you need to do. Alex Rogan's Ghost says, when will the spring art auction be held? Do you plan to auction the Death Sting triptych? Alex Rogan, somebody purchased that. The spring auction should be like next week. I haven't announced it yet, but it's usually mid. We talked about it. Andrew and I talked about it today. I said, yeah, we've got to do it in April. It's usually like the 14th or 15th of the month. So let me look at the calendar and I'll make that announcement. I could auction the Villainous Scum cover. But there already is a proud owner of the Salamandroid Death Sting piece. If you see something that you like, you can, you know, reach out to me and say, hey, can I buy that? And I'll be like, yeah. You know, as long as it's not an interior page that is part of the campaign. That's a no-no. Post-tax day is good. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, people will have maybe their tax refunds. Yeah, let me just I want to make sure that everybody knows about it, you know, like customers know, and then also we can get some, you know, Comicsgate artists in there. It's good every 3 months for these guys to get a cash influx. I learned that from Mike S. Miller. Get Dan Fraggett in there to sell some drawings. He never does. He does drawings all the time. He doesn't sell them. He did a rhino drawing today. Like an actual, like, armored, like, I don't know, he had guns on him, but a rhinoceros. And it was so good, man. He did this video. I just watched it and was like, I love the way Dan draws. He's like taking in a lot of like really nice old school influences. His pen strokes, the stuff that he's doing. You know, he's kind of told me about some of the old school artists that he likes, and you can see it in his work. pretty great. God bless Dan Fraga. One of the best people I know. Star Wars Girl is here. Hello, Anna. Jared Weaver says Cecil always need that auction stream cash grab. Oh yeah, Cecil. Maybe Cecil will have something funny to sell too. He's always got something. Last time he had a picture of himself, I think making love to a shark, and the shark was crying. Like, it was really sad. So it wasn't like, I don't know. It wasn't voluntary. It wasn't consensual. But I mean, it was a good drawing. It did sell. No, it wasn't tears of joy. The shark actually did look sad. Like, he didn't want to have Cecil naked on top of him. What do we know? I mean, I don't think animals really have. I don't think sharks have feelings. I think animals have feelings. I don't think sharks do. But in this image, like, it appeared that the shark had some feelings. Was feeling violated, I would say. That was the main feeling that the shark was having. A sense that its personal space was being disrespected by Cecil's penis. So I would say maybe Cecil will come up with something less disturbing. I hope so, but it's probably going to be more disturbing. Mm-hmm. I hope you don't mind if I'm quiet for every now and then. I realize that in my normal live streams, I have to talk. Thank you for sending super chats, by the way. That's nice of you guys. It's not like I'm being very entertaining, so I appreciate it. That's kind of you. They're tipping me for nothing, Andrea. I'm not even being funny. I know the bar really is low, isn't it? Well, look, by the time this video is finished, you'll all know how to draw Cyberfrog. Anthony Alfaro, I'm drawing Cyberfrog. If you're new here to the stream, so I'm working on a page from Wrecked Planet. Cyberfrog is fighting one of his old villains from the early days, from the 90s, named Spite. Spite is a hypercat. We'll explain what a hypercat is. And Cyberfrog's pulling his tail here. In this panel, he's evading him. So Spite is going to be like going this way with his claws out. You can see Cyberfrog's, here's his back, here's his other shoulder globe, here's his leg. This is kind of how I sketch. I don't really need to, I just need to know where everything is. I understand this fascinates people, like my method for drawing, but I don't need to know, like, I don't need to draw everything out. I just need to know where it goes. And then you can just sort of fill it in. It's not that hard. Like, and the thing about it is that, you want your stuff to have snap. You want it to be alive, and I really think that if you draw something too much, you put too much like repetitive energy into a drawing. Thank you, Pizza Matty. Great to see you. Then you're gonna lose that energy. Like it's okay if it's not perfect. It needs to just be electric. And so if I'm sitting there going, okay, here's his pose. Let me now put this on a light box and trace it and then refine it and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, eventually the drawing kind of dies. You just want to get it. I'm going to move this closer here. Just get it. While it's there, it's present. There are times when like you're going to find the equivalent of artist block, where you just can't, like there's nothing there. There's no inspiration, there's no power, there's no gift. That's the worst. For me, that is the worst. I don't know if everyone's like that, but it's like that for me. But when it is happening, you just you want to channel it and just sort of, boy, this pen sucks, and just make it happen. All right, so we know where his shoulder fins are. These are fins, and they're antenna. They're actually antenna. So that's a true fact about Cyberfrog. They're picking up an alien Wi-Fi signal. Yeah, here we have a French curve. We were just talking about French curves. Now, because these are obviously made of metal and therefore they are not in any way organic. They're stiff. They're like almost like knives or sword blades. This is an appropriate time to use a French curve. You want the line to be mechanical. You want it to be perfect. So, use a French curve here. You wouldn't want to use a French curve to define, say, under his chin or something like that. You'd only want to use a French curve to make, something that is definite and immovable. That's what a French curve is for, in my opinion. I mean, that's where I have arrived after many years of this job. But your mileage may vary. Everything is style. People make choices. Like people make choices that I would consider to be bad, but they're doing it for a reason. They're doing it for style. They're doing it to affect you in some way. All right. So this part of his arm is just like a darker metal. These are kind of light, like these are like a light chrome, but this like his actual arm underneath it, like if you were to pull this off, it would just be like this dark kind of chrome for his arm. And by the way, don't listen to anything that I'm saying. Don't ever take my advice. I remember this video. I'm a Beatles fan, and I remember this video clip of a kid meeting Ringo Starr, in 1964, and saying, "I'm a drummer. I learned how to drum by listening to you." And Ringo said, "You're not going to learn anything by listening to me." And I went, "That's fairly profound. That's humble, but it's true." Like Ringo was trying to learn to drum himself. He's He's not a teacher. It doesn't feel that way. That's kind of how I feel about everything. But I'll tell you what's going on in my head, you know. It's probably not useful. Force Goes Fabulous says, I took EVS's advice and gained 30 pounds. See? I told you. I'm getting on that Peloton today. I just feel it. I got warmed up like lifting those boxes into the garage. I'm ready. Cecil learned to draw by listening to Ringo drum. Oh, I gotta finish this finger. It's hanging out there. Sometimes I use a circle template for these. Most of the time I don't. I just fake it. My God, what if this was what my channel became? Can you imagine if, like, because you guys buried me in work, Comic Artist Pro Secrets actually became Comic Artist Pro Secrets again? Oh my goodness. I can't think of anything worse for you guys. Don't worry. I'm not going to let that happen. I will be snidely reading Bleeding Cool articles again in the near future. Yeah, what would the haters do? Flicks by Cody says, if Cyberfrog loses an armor leg, can he regenerate it? Yeah, when he is hooked up to Chelsen, he can. It's not a natural frog ability, you know, it's just a part of his regeneration. You know, being connected to Chelsen and being able to heal. Trencher 1375 says, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Oh, that's nice. Trent Kanuga's channel has amazing art. Thanks for the intro, EVS, says Random Task. Yeah, you bet. Trent makes really, really good edited, like, videos all on the theme of being a commercial artist. And they're great, you know, you listen to Trent. And please back Creed. I don't, you know, I'm not promoting Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet anymore. There's a great big empty sort of void. I'm promoting Rainbow the Brute, Snowman, Creed, and Starblades. No Cyberfrog books. Yeah, that arm's perfect. That's what I wanted to do. That looks good. All right. Hentai Monster says, have you made any changes to your arsenal since the video a few years ago when you went to Michael's with your kid and showed us what you use? Well, I mean, no. I still use the same thing. You can't really get these too often at Michael's, these Copic multiliners. I think I was able to purchase a pack there on a fluke, but I still use the same tools, you know? You get comfortable, you know, using what works. You know, I used to use Pigma Microns, and they were fine, until I discovered Copics and just went, these are way better than Pigmas. The same kind of feel, but uh, the tip is a little bit stiffer and lasts longer, more consistent, and there's a smaller, thinner size. I mean, I think the smallest Pigma Micron is a point oh 0.05, and Copics have a point oh 0.03, so that's what I'm using right now. I'm gonna go through my whole life never drawing digitally. The minute I start drawing digitally like John Malin, I know I would be hooked. I'm gonna try to avoid doing that. I just think it's like cheating. Sorry, I do. If you can sit there and go, whoops, I'm gonna move this arm over here and shrink it, and it's cheating. You're cheating. You're manipulating a drawing. Just sit down and draw. Sorry. No, it's probably effective. I'm probably being a Luddite. Everybody does it now. But, the thing is, like, I look at John Malin and I'm like, John, I want to own your artwork, and it doesn't exist. Like, it's all digital. I'd rather you, like, just draw by hand so that I can own and operate your artwork, purchase it, hang it on my wall. Jason Fabik, too, draws all digitally. I guess it's the future. I guess it's quicker. I don't know. I'm going to avoid it. Like an idiot. I won't be able to do any NFTs. I don't even want to do an NFT, but I do because of the way SJWs are flipping out about it, like acting like it's bad for the environment. What on earth are you talking about? The fact that it's bad for the environment, if it is, that also makes it so much better for me. I would love that. I would love if my drawings like hurt the planet. God, yippee-ki-yay, Mother Nature. I would draw so much shit if I knew that it was having a negative impact on the rainforest. Like if I could wipe out an entire species of monkeys because I wouldn't stop drawing Cyberfrog, I would, oh my God, I would feel cool. You know? Yeah. But I don't think that's a thing, I don't think that's real. Ethan won't stop drawing. He destroyed the capuchin monkey, and now he's coming after the spotted owl. Cyberfrog 3, we wipe out the spotted owl. Help me destroy the habitat of the spotted owl. God, that would be great. Why is Ethan so selfish? I don't know. But yeah, they came after Mike Diodato. I was watching Zach's video on it. Mike Diodato, who basically was coming after Comicsgate, was saying all kinds of bad stuff about Comicsgate all the time. So it seemed like he would be cool with them, but he said he wanted to do NFTs, and they canceled him for it. It's like there's just no mercy. You can't be their ally. You cannot be the ally of an SJW. They just destroy you for fun the minute you get out of line. Doesn't matter what you've done or said or in the past, who you are. You might as well just not. Like I would like to tell Mike Diodato, you might as well just not do that. You might as well not say and do, follow the orthodoxy of these people because they don't care about you. They don't care about you the way I do, Mike. You know? Yeah. Let Comicsgate love you, Mike. Not to sound gay, but in a gay way. Creepy. Yeah, Diodato is a good artist. He isn't actually a good artist. I just, it's interesting watching this happen. People are saying no. Mike TV Dub says Ethan is a hipster comic book artist. Digital is cheating, so only real artists use ink and paper. Yeah. I'm a crummy effing hipster. Drinking soy lattes and condemning digital art. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll become a hipster. I could do that. What I wear? I think I'd like. First of all, I'd need to wear my glasses everywhere I go, and not be ashamed of them. I'd need to wear a corduroy jacket with some ironic buttons on them. Carry a book bag with me everywhere. Maybe like an ironic, like satanic pentagram necklace. Oh, I'm a Satanist. That'd be good. Guys, I'm a Satanist. Hail Satan. It's funny to be a Satanist. I'm causing a satanic panic. Yeah. Portland, Oregon had the Church of Elvis. When I lived there, I was really excited. I wanted to actually join the Church of Elvis, but it was just fake. It was just a scam, some kind of tax dodge. I was like, when are the worship sessions? And there weren't any. There were just like pamphlets, and there was like T-shirts that you could buy. Oh, okay. So you guys aren't really worshiping Elvis. Lame. Haha, we're funny. We're pretending to worship Elvis, but we're not really. Even though worshiping Elvis is something that a lot of people already do and would probably actually unironically do if you did open up a religion. But no, you're just selling T-shirts. Ha ha ha. That's funny, Portland, Oregon. Get bent. Go F yourselves. Sorry if you're from Portland, Oregon. But you know what I'm talking about. Mm. Yeah, you guys do know. Tadawini says, I had a wasp land on my car windshield and hold on the entire drive home. Is that a sign, EBS? Don't panic. I don't know if it's a sign, but like when that does happen, do not panic. We got bees outside and they're collecting pollen off of this, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of bush that's starting to bloom. And, Andrew's out there. She's afraid of the bees. And I'm like, you cannot, like, one thing that you should learn from Cyberfrog is that you cannot panic. Like, if you just, the bees don't want to bother you. It's not like bees want to sting you. Bees want to make honey. Like they're on a mission. The only reason bees sting you is if you become a threat to them or you're in their way. I mean, just sit down and let them carry out their mission of pollinating this bush and making honey. She's trying, like Andrea's really trying to get it right, you know? It's a skill. It's like you have to go into a kind of sort of hypnotic trance because you're instinctively you want to panic when you see all these bees. No, no, just be calm and they're not going to bother you. So, you know, I feel like I teach Andrea some stuff every now and then. She does listen, you know. She's like, oh, okay. Mm, yeah. Pollinate that bush. That's right, Slick Rick. Words to live by. But if you're freaking out and swatting at them, you're going to get stung. If you step on them, you're going to get stung. You know, they don't want to sting you. They're not evil. Are they? My goal, I'm going to make this announcement, is to get a Todd McFarlane cover for Cyberfrog number 4. I repeat, my goal is to get a Todd McFarlane Cyberfrog cover for issue number 4. How will I do it? I don't know. This assumes that Cyberfrog will get more attention. Cyberfrog 2 will be a hit. Cyberfrog 3 needs to perform better than Cyberfrog 2. And so that when Cyberfrog 4 is ready to fund, I will be able to say, Mr. McFarlane, I would like a Cyberfrog cover from you. And then for some reason it would make sense for him to do it. So that's my dream, that's my goal and ambition. Johnny D, thank you so much for 777. He says, this is the best view of your face I've seen so far. Keep it up, please. Thanks for bringing Bob Ross into the 21st century. Great work. Yeah. How much would Todd charge for it? Well, whatever he wanted, he could have. So somebody just said $25,000. I mean, my goodness, I would that would be terrible, but yeah, well, I guess, you know. 25,000, not 2,500. $25,000. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, ugh, I don't want to think that I'd be paying $25,000 for a cover from anybody. But anyway, that is my goal. You know, it's a dream. It's not even a goal. It's a dream. Could happen. We do have a lot of light on us. Like, people are paying attention. They're always cursing Cyberfrog. You know, one of the new disses on Twitter of Cyberfrog is they're like, yeah, these guys don't even buy comics. They just buy Cyberfrog. I'm like, Cyberfrog is a comic, and you numbskulls, that's entirely the point. They're not buying mainstream comics anymore. They are comic book customers. They are willing to buy Cyberfrog. They are not buying your shit. What is self-own? Why? Ask yourselves why. You know, if it is true, why aren't they buying your stuff? Why wouldn't they buy Justice League Queer? Why not? And it is funny that you aren't. Believe me, I think it's funny. Guys, we've got an idea. We're going to do a Justice League book where all of the members are gay. And monsters are chasing them. Oh, it's ingenious. Johnny D says, this has to happen. The fans demand it. We need to work on this. Skeet Neat says you should make a parody comic of Linkara's Lightbringer. The plot is Lightbringer's goal is to get cucked by every super tranny on Earth. I did read Linkara's Lightbringer, and I just, you know, I mean, it's like, I have this theory that people are largely blind to their lack of talent. Like, and thank goodness, you know what I mean? Like, God makes us that way so that we're stupid enough to do something that most people in their rational mind wouldn't try to do. Like, if you see, The Art of Bernie Wrightson, just pack it in and go home. Like, you don't. The only reason that you draw is because you don't think about the art of Bernie Wrightson all the time. You don't measure yourself against that. You're properly delusional. But I mean, that whole theory extends itself way to madness when it comes to Linkara. Why? Like, what? I mean, that comic book is. I guess it's like a web comic. Whew. It is something else. It is, though, a child who was a coward and a weirdo wrote and drew that comic. Like, the child would necessarily have to be a coward and be devoid of any heroic fantasies or aspirations. And in the first issue, this superhero Lightbringer, who has powers, is walking home from work and he sees a woman being sexually assaulted in an alley. And rather than help, he runs away. He's like, oh my God, this is horrible. I got to get away from this as quickly as I can. And he slams the door. Oh, it's so horrible. Like, you would think that was it. Like, what are you kidding me? I mean, it's a refreshing spin on, the sexual assault in the alley by gang members trope that is in or was in every single comic book. I guess it still is. Mike did it for Lone Star #1. It's refreshing that the hero actually sees that and runs for his life, and like resents having that image burned into it. I actually saw something horrible. This is terrible. What about the woman? Oh my God. Wrong place, wrong time. Why would she make me see that? I would actually like Lone Star #1 better if that was what happened. If Lone Star actually fled. Yeah. No cats. I'm not feeding any filthy. No. Of course not. Wow, we've got 834 or so people watching. Isn't there anything better on, guys? Somebody's got to be streaming. Wow, thank you, Hentai Monster, for $20. He says, I purchased near every Marvel title for almost 20 years. I stopped last year. I got sick of the garbage that they've been producing, and it makes me sad that I've lost my favorite media. It is worse than the mid-90s bankruptcy. It is sad. Sucks. But you know what? Like, I truly do go back, and I'm happy reading the comics from, the late 80s that I grew up with. I'm really happy with them. They're still good. I don't respect. I don't trust this new generation of creators. I guess that makes me an old man, but I don't trust them. I trusted Roy Thomas. I trusted Louise Simonson. Uh, you know, I trusted, God help me, I trusted Peter David. I trusted John Byrne. These are the guys, David Michelini. These are the people who wrote the books that I really loved. Chris Claremont, those books still exist and they're still good. They're not outdated or anything. They're still good. The art is still good. That's what I recommend, people read. And we had limitations, like, we would be conscious of the reader. And even in my day, even when I started, late 90s, early 2000s, you were aware, you didn't want to insult the readers, and everybody respected the reader. That's gone now. Now you can't wait to insult your readers. I mean, we've got the Red Skull right now. You've got Ta-Nehisi Coates finishing up his run on Captain America. And in his last issue, Red Skull becomes basically Jordan Peterson. He's an internet guy a little bit like me too. He becomes Jordan Peterson and me. Because he's just like, yeah, these bitches. He's like, there's something like 10 rules for life on his screen, and he's sitting there going, yeah, we're giving you back your penises. These women are trying to save you, and nobody wants to be rescued by these women. Captain America does. Like, he's got a whole legion of female superheroes who are there to rescue him. It's embarrassing. So, I would say my feeling is that Captain America is 100 years old. Okay? And so probably if the Red Skull is using that kind of rhetoric, Captain America probably agrees with the Red Skull. At some point, a man who was a man in the 1940s, and then suddenly just jumps ahead to present day, probably has the same attitudes about men being cowards and women being, pulling the heavy load of manhood. Probably has, like, if that's what Red Skull is saying, then probably Captain America agrees with him. What do you think? Captain America, a man from the 1940s, is so very progressive that he agrees with any of this bullshit? Of course not. See, that would be interesting. That would be a better story. It is the heavy load of manhood. The heavy, sticky load that we men carry, deliver. I mean, look. Captain America, the Red Skull. The Red Skull. I mean, these people, this idiot took the Red Skull and he made him into a right-wing internet commenter. Deliberately, because he wanted to get even with people on YouTube that he disagrees with. He used the Red Skull and Captain America to do that. These people have to be stopped. They just have fire them. And I'm glad Ta-Nehisi Coates isn't going to be writing Captain America anymore. What an imbecile. What a dummy that you would do that in this book. Stop it. That's just criticism. I don't know Ta-Nehisi Coates personally, but boy, is that terrible. Just terrible. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what the Red Skull would be concerned with. Yeah, he is. He's writing. He's writing Superman. Maybe it'll be good. Who knows? I just don't like that story. I just don't like that comic book. Who knows? Hentai Monster says, when will the heroes be heroes again and not SJWs? Is it long gone? Will we ever get them back? I think it's long gone. I don't know how you get them back. You gotta, I don't know. There's so much good stuff out there. There really are good comics. It's okay, it's okay that Marvel Comics, it's alright, just go read the old stuff. That's all I'm saying. Orelby Surreal says, I was saving this in ones for the strip club, but since it is still closed, this is the second best use for it. Oh, thanks for $10. Pop that right into my G string. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read. I gotta finish reading the Fantastic Four. I want to read the entire run, and I'm gonna read the Incredible Hulk too. And I got like I felt like reading Secret Wars 2 again, because that was when I jumped onto comics with Secret Wars 2. Fascinated by the Beyonder and that whole thing. I don't remember if it was good or not. I enjoyed it at the time. I felt like the Beyonder was a really present and dangerous threat. But I want to go back and read it again, just to double check. Yeah, he had bell bottoms. Braden Dykstra says, Ethan, what you drinking, bro? I'm just drinking water. I'm not drinking. I can't really drink and draw. Doesn't work. Just caffeine. Caffeine works. Wow, it's coming out good on my screen. Like I'm looking at the camera's in focus and everything. It looks good. Did you ever see the film Professor Marston and the Wonder Women? I think I meant to watch it. I don't remember if I ever did. Yeah. Rex says it looks better than you being on screen. Well, excusez-moi. Let's see. Keith Dotson says, I guess you won't be on Drink and Draw with Joey the Q. No, I don't think they would invite me. Like, those guys don't like me very much. Volcana and Molecule Man romance needs to be explored. That's right, Cecil. I forgot about that. Yeah, Molecule Man and Volcana. Was it Volcana or was it Titania or something like that? I don't know. No, that was Secret Wars 1 with the black symbiote suit, which was also really, really good. I mean, Secret Wars 1 is really good. Secret Wars 2 is a little bit more controversial, but because it's a part of my past, like I was reading comics when that was coming out. Like, I want to go check it out again. The Buzz General featuring Shave Danis. Thanks for $2. Says they hate us because they ain't us. Hashtag Comicsgate. It was Titania, right? Some people are saying it was Volcana. I think it was Titania. Oh, Volcana was... Okay, Titania was with the Absorbing Man. Volcana was with the Molecule Man. All right. Waspinator says, what do you think of Brian Azzarello? Have you met him? I have met him. He's a nice guy. He's quiet, Again, I don't know if he likes me very much. I just assume that everybody dislikes me. I think it's safe. And that way you're surprised when you find out that somebody doesn't. But yeah, Brian Azzarello is a really good writer. Do you have an address where we are to send Shane his toys? Well, I don't have it. I gotta get Shane's actual address from him so that I can build his, we're gonna build an Amazon wish list for Shane. I mean, that's the plan. Like, Twitter thoughts, you can get super chats, and super chats are cool, but Twitter thoughts go even, or Twitch thoughts go well beyond that, and they have Amazon wish lists. So they have like an Amazon page with a wish list of all the things that they want. It's like a registry, just toys and electronics and clothes and shit. And then you can sit there and look at the Amazon wish list. You can look at it and you can buy them gifts that get sent right to their house. It's a few people early on in my YouTube time said maybe you should do that, and I went, there's nothing I want. Like, I don't want anything. The only thing I want are things that money can't buy, like love, and also handmade Cyberfrog stuff from fans. That's what I want. But Shane does want things. Like, Shane wants toys. So who would buy those things? Says Joseph. Like, well, thirsty dudes would buy. But for Shane, I think everyone will. Like, Shane's Amazon wish list is gonna be made up of toys for boys, for little boys, like Duplos, uh, uh, wiffle ball bat set, like things that our little Shane would love to play with. And we'll have the wish list up there, and you can just send stuff to Shane's house. And so every day we could sit there and say, "Hey Shane, hey little guy, what'd you get in the mail? Did you get any toys today? What kind of toys did you get today, Shane?" Shane needs a red tricycle, says Christopher Gorey. Absolutely. So that's basically what his wish list is going to be. And it's going to be filled with all kinds of toys that a kid would just think are swell. And if you're watching Shane Davis's live stream, you could send him toys. So we'll an old timey slingshot. Yeah. We'll put it all in there. It's going to be a big list because Shane wants a lot of things. Shane, we're gonna have Shane Davis. Like, here's what I want: Comicsgate needs to be Shane Davis's Secret Santa. Like, everybody will be a Secret Santa for Shane. God, it'll be cool. Yeah. So anyway, I got to get Shane's mailing address. I don't know if he's really gonna give it to me. So I wonder if he's backed any of my projects. I could actually dox Shane. Shane, I'm gonna dox you if you don't give me your address freely of your own will. Let's see what he says to that. But I just think it's important, I want him to have a good day every day. Yeah. RPG Nook says, I don't get this. Yeah, you got to watch Shane Davis's live streams to get the gag there. Silly putty. Yeah. Sorry, Shane. It is important. Yeah, I think again, once you see the list, I think you'll want to participate. Make Shane have a nice, happy day. Kids like getting toys. Shane is no different than your average kid. Yeah, Shane does. I mean, that's the other reason why Shane drops all of his toys. Like, Shane dropped his Lego. What was it? Was it an AT-AT or something? He dropped it and it broke into a million pieces. And I just thought, oh. And his little face, like he didn't know. He's like, "Can I download the directions manual to rebuild my Lego AT-AT?" I don't know, but maybe you just need a new Lego AT-AT or something, And don't be so clumsy next time. Comicsgate will make sure that you're not missing that Lego. I personally will be sending him a lot of things. Rulon Holmes says, I stopped getting toys when I turned 10. Well, when Shane Davis turns 10, he'll stop getting toys too, but that's a long time away. That's a long ways away. He's got plenty of years for getting toys. Isn't anyone live streaming right now? There's still 800 people in here. I'm like impressed and humbled and all that stuff, you know. Thank you. Hold on 1 second here. I was cruising in my Stingray late one night when he pulled up on the right. All right. Okay, I'm back. Dan Fraga is live streaming right now. Oh, he is? All right, let me listen to a little Dan Fraga. Fraga boom. Always with Shelby Robertson. All right, let's get this going here. Listen to a little Fraga boom.
Reaper status.
Now, is this your first 30 or your last 30?
This is my first 30. I'm gonna let it ride out after the end of the basically until I'm ready to start some fulfillments.
Oh, I don't know if you can hear it. Hold on. Let me just pull this out.
Crushing brains.
Yeah, Jay Lee's
How dare you show the secrets?
I know, man. You know.
How is Shelby Robertson?
Mike McMahon is right.
He needs more funding.
I did sign a few by the direction of Matt Hawkins.
Hold on. Look at EVS stream snipe. So I'm gonna check EVS's stream right now because I was watching his.
Well,
I
a bit
enjoy
confusing.
watching him draw, man. Let's take a look.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he's not drawing. He's still drawing. This is not.
Yeah, but I am stream sniping you, Dan. I'm just listening to you.
It says Ethan is watching. Ethan is always watching. Have you ever watched an Ethan draw stream?
I don't think Shelby even knows who I am.
Thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Ethan streams. Him drawing.
Let me see if I can do it.
So let me tell you, dude. I would not be successful at streaming because when I draw, I don't talk.
Yeah.
I'm a weirdo. Like I feel like I'm not paying. I get slow. Like everything.
Yeah, everybody does.
So when I'm conversing with someone like at a show or whatever, and I'm drawing, I'm like, I've been doing this headshot for about an hour now. Can you please go away? And then I can.
Yeah,
and then come back in 10 minutes.
I'll tell you what, man. It's a skill. I've talked about this on this stream before. That drawing and talking is like a powerful computer. We're dedicated to drawing.
Shane Davis is drawing and talking.
Yeah,
I got my.
That's the name of his channel.
In my dome, in my lug. I focus and I get into that world, and that's where it's at. Sometimes if I'm in here for like, I don't know, 10 hours without talking to a human, and someone comes in, I'll turn and I'll talk gibberish back to them, like the name of the JPEG, abba zabba dooba dabby, you know? Like, hey, would you like some water, honey? What was that? You know, but what I found, especially like during Fragtober, that's where John Malin kind of had me. John, if you ever noticed, whenever John would come on the streams, he wouldn't talk at all. He would just go into it. But I'm hosting.
Right.
What I found, though, is that the more you do it, you can kind of...
Yeah, you're right. Shelby Robertson does look just like Dave Grohl.
It's never... Because we're like computers. It's like splitting the RAM.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you got both sides trying to operate. I'm like, nah, dude.
Yeah.
That's something else.
I got a lizard brain. I can't do both.
I got a lizard brain too.
How are you
Frog brain.
With I always tell Will when we're talking, he'll call me up and I'll go, I can't talk right now. I'm in picture mode, which is if I have to access that piece of machinery in my mind where I'm making the picture and I'm creating a sequence and laying it down, I can't talk. But if I'm if layouts are down and I'm noodling, dude, I could talk. It's like, I don't know if you've ever done that.
So when I'm coloring, if I'm doing colors, dude, I could juggle shit and talk and everything else because I don't feel there. What it is I don't feel stressed out. Like there's that I don't have that sensory overload when I'm coloring.
Sure.
Yeah. But like inking and penciling. If I'm doing layouts, I could talk all day. But if it's the stuff that demands any sort of precision.
Well, this demands precision, but
I guess
you
that
know.
says a little bit about my coloring
No,
style.
your coloring style is awesome, man. Look at Michael Green, the champion of this channel. Michael Green says, I am now backer number 123 with the
1, 2,
Frege
3.
cover plus ash cans. I like the
Wow.
name ash can because it sounds like ass and cans.
Yes.
And I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that.
That doesn't sound like that.
I'm a big fan. There's this weather girl, that I always send it.
That one. I'm waiting for you to be like that. Used to work at that place we used to hit.
No. This is she's wonderful. I'm gonna show you. This is a GIF. She's just doing the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing the weather. And then check out this one. I don't know what character this is, but it's awesome.
I feel like Dan's gonna get struck for nudity.
I don't know.
I have no who it is. I have no idea who it is, but I've watched it 100 times today.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, I'm a big fan. And I have since I was a kid. I always tell this story, and I wish I knew Al's last name because I would like to somehow send him a thank you note. This man Al, my mom moved in with Al, not her boyfriend, just the guy who had a room in Antioch, California. No, it's Pittsburgh because it was off a railroad, Railroad Boulevard, up off Highway 4. I remember first time going over to Al's garage, floor to ceiling, on all 4 walls, including the garage door that came down, was Playboy centerfolds.
Oh my goodness.
And when you're
Yes.
eight,
Oh yeah.
and you've never ever I remember the first time I saw a naked lady, and I was maybe 7. Some wonderful individual had shredded a Playboy magazine and threw it into the playground. And it was a windy day. It was a windy day, and I remember that, and it was like fluttering against the chain link fence, and I'm like, whoa. And I remember the yard duty's like, everybody come in now. And I remember being obsessed at recess. I know where that thing went, and I'm gonna go there. Nah, dude, they have,
This is Fragaboom, yeah.
They hustle because
Telling the story of how he became
came and there was no
aware of women.
But I remember, and my mom was very laid back. She didn't care, you know. But I remember walking into Al's garage and just being like, "Oh my God, this is insane." I didn't know what to do with myself at the time. I just knew I felt great, energized by all that.
Right.
All of that. Well, it was
Skin.
I mean,
early 80s. You know, it's like star 80. You know.
Is this an overshare or
Oh, that was Bush League era. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
In fact, I just thought like, oh, they don't have a penis. That's like, I was like, oh, they got boobs, we got that, cool. But I remember the first one I ever was like,
oh boy.
I'm taking a look at, you know,
Mhm.
was going like this too. Was and I'm not even into blondes or this type, but her name was Kathy St. George.
Oh no, Dan, don't.
I remember that name stuck in my mind, Kathy St. George, man. And like that was the name of this room, was the Kathy St. George garage. You know?
Right.
Flash forward, 1994, we're doing a convention in Las Vegas.
And there she is, I know.
They
Oh.
sent me next to Kathy St.
Right next to
George. Oh my God, literally, she's to my left, and I'm going.
Oh my God.
What world do I get to live in where I get to sit next to Kathy St. George? So I told her the story of the garage.
Oh no.
She moved about 5 inches further away from me. Not
Oh.
further away. She thought it was the cutest story she'd ever heard. Project Done Poorly. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Tell EBS to get in here instead of stream sniping. Big fan of everyone. Hey man, he's got a draw, and gonna try to do what he does, and I don't think I can. I don't have a good mic. I
Do
have a
what?
good mic, but for some reason the Yeti it acts silly on this computer, so I just said fuck it and use these. Everybody.
Hey, so I'm pretty sure you're a school janitor.
Yeah.
Shelby just cut him right off.
Dude, I bet
You know,
you, I bet you if you go into the room with the the mop and all that shit, you know those are all over. You know he just
fragments,
oh, dude,
even
he
the
picked them
little
up.
fragments,
Mhm.
man.
Yeah.
For sure. I remember the first
See ya,
time
Eclipse
I
Warlord.
saw what the ladies have way down there.
All right, I will go now. I'm gonna turn off the camera. I want to thank you all for being here, watching me draw a little cyber frog. And I just want to say, I appreciate you guys every single day. Kathy St. George is spelled with a C. I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me all this time. I think it was half an hour and a half or something like that. But go over to Dan Fraga's channel, and yeah, I mean, if that's I appreciate it. I'll see you guys later with another video. Have a great night.